My 6-year-old came back from a birthday party with a deep purple welt around her wrist, and when I asked what happened, she whispered, "The mom tied me to the porch railing because I'm not a real guest." I made her say it again, slowly, because my brain refused it the first time. Lily explained that when the party split into the kids staying for the sleepover and the kids getting picked up, the host mom, a woman named Sutton, had decided the drop-off kids were getting underfoot. So she'd looped a jump rope around my daughter's wrist and tied the other end to the back porch railing, just until your moms come, and left 3 of them tethered there in the sun for over an hour, while the sleepover kids had cake inside. Lily had pulled against it hard enough to leave the welt, terrified, while Sutton told her to stop being dramatic. I felt my blood pressure spike. "She tied you to a railing?" Lily nodded, lip trembling. She said the inside kids were special and we had to wait outside so we didn't ruin the real party. She'd also, I learned, told the tethered kids they couldn't have water because the good cups are for the sleepover guests. And when one little boy cried, she rolled her eyes and called him a baby in front of everyone. I stayed calm, but I asked for every detail. Then I called 2 of the other moms. Both were already furious. Their kids had come home with the same rope marks, the same story. One mentioned that Sutton had actually bragged in the school group chat about teaching kids there's a difference between inner circle families and the rest. That's when I understood this wasn't a lapse. It was on purpose. I called Sutton directly, keeping my voice level. "Hi, this is Lily's mom. I wanted to ask about what happened at the party." She got defensive instantly. If this is about the rope, they were running wild. I had to contain them. "You tied 6-year-olds to a railing in the heat. I separate the sleepover families from the drop-offs. The close families get the full experience. The others should be glad they were invited at all." I could not believe what I was hearing. "You think my daughter is one of the others?" She laughed. "I'm teaching them about social tiers. It's good for kids to learn where they stand." That's when I knew there was no reasoning with this woman. I hung up and my husband was ready to drive straight over, but I had a better idea. I spent the next hour on the phone with every parent in my daughter's grade. Word moved fast. It turned out this wasn't Sutton's first stunt. 3 other parents said their kids had been ranked and humiliated at her house. One child made to eat alone in the garage because his family wasn't important enough. Another told she couldn't touch the nice toys because she was just a drop-off. By the end of the week, I had a plan. I told Lily I was throwing her the biggest pool party our neighborhood had ever seen. We invited every single child from her class, all 24 of them, except Madison, Sutton's daughter. I rented a bounce house, hired a face painter, ordered a mountain of pizza. No tears, no tethered kids. Every child got the full day, cake and seconds and goodie bags and all. The day of the party, kids poured in at noon. The backyard was joyful chaos, splashing, screaming laughter, frosting everywhere. Around 2 o'clock, my phone rang. It was Sutton. "Hi, I'm calling because Madison is really upset. She says every kid in the class was invited to Lily's party except her. She's the only one left out." I could hear Madison crying in the background. "All her friends are there. Could you please add her? I can drop her off right now." I let the silence sit for a second. "I'm sorry," I said, "but my backyard is for close families only. Madison just isn't really part of our circle." And I hung up. The welt on Lily's wrist faded in about a week. The rope marks gave 3 sets of parents enough to file a formal report, and between the photos and the group chat brag, it stuck. Sutton got quietly removed from the class chat, and the last 2 party invitations she sent out came back with nothing but polite, frozen declines. Lily still talks about her pool party. Sutton's daughter watched the whole class go without her, the exact thing her mother thought was a fine way to treat a child.